Hi everyone, it's Dane. Great work on last week's discussion. For the most part, everybody hit the deadlines, and everyone, even if you were a little bit late or forgot a post, really had excellent thoughts tied to the readings. I especially appreciated when you were able to synthesize very specific experience in education with some of the readings. I think that's when most of the posts were at their most valuable. So excellent work there. I just want to touch very quickly on this week in the course. So let's go to modules. And then we'll go to this week. Our module for this week still focuses on ecological systems. Don't forget the autobiographical mapping project is due Saturday, June 18th by 11:59 p.m. I'm really excited to see those. Those are always some of my favorite parts of the class. I get to learn about you, and it's really cool for me to see how you're able to apply Bronfenbrenner's ecological systems theory to your own lives. I do want to talk about the discussion very quickly. I'll post this video I'm making right above this Good Times one, so it might look a little bit different. But hopefully you'll enjoy this week's discussion. It's a little outside the box. So you watch a Good Times video, which is a 1970s sitcom that followed an African-American family in the 1970s. Fascinating sitcom. It's funny. It's insightful. Hopefully you enjoy it as much as I do. And then you'll also read about Gonzalez Mania's rerun strategy, which I'll talk about in just a second. There's an article and then there's an actual document that talks about the strategy. I do want to loop into 3 readings from last week, both Bronfenbrenner readings and the Gonzalez Mania chapter. But as you can see, the discussion is to watch Good Times and then break down what systems do you see at play. You can name all those systems, or you could, very quickly breeze through, say they're all there, but I really want to focus on the chrono system, or I really want to focus on the macro system, or the micro, whatever it may be. Or you can sort of evenly analyze all of those if you'd like. It's totally up to you. The second part is pushes it a little bit deeper. So you're going to apply Gonzalez Mania's rerun strategy to the actual video. So I want you to imagine that one of the Evans children, either JJ, Thelma, or Michael, has been chronically absent in your class. And then you're going to use Gonzalez Mania's rerun strategy to imagine what it would be like to engage in a conversation with the family around these attendance issues, trying on some of the strategies and some of the values that Gonzalez Mania shares. Again, I do just want to go over this very quickly. Please make sure that your first post, which is roughly 250 words and is all original thinking of your own, is done by 11:59 Tuesday. You can always cite work from the articles, but at that point I want you to sort of think about your own thinking and not other classmates' thinking in that original post. And then by 11:59 on Friday, you'll respond to at least 2 group members at about 125 words each, and that's where you can sort of push and pull their thinking, engage in a dialogue around those initial posts. So it's a little bit different discussion, a little bit more applicable this week, but I think it should be really cool. I really do want to see what you know about Bronfenbrenner's ecological systems. If you have any questions or any confusion around those, now is the time to clear that up before you turn in that autobiographical mapping project, because a lot of that is applying Bronfenbrenner to your own lives, like I said before. I also did just want to plug very quickly to make sure it's on your radar. You need to have access to the family for your family story project. That project's due July 2nd, but you should have a pretty clear idea of who you want to use for that, and hopefully you've reached out a little bit to talk about scheduling for that interview. That's it. Any questions you have, please let me know. Keep up the great work. Thank you.